Hey everybody, have you ever sat down to paint and immediately started thinking, is this going to turn out? Am I doing this right? What if I ruin it? I think many of us have been there. And today I want to try something a little different. This isn't about creating a perfect painting, learning a complicated technique, or worrying about the finished result. This is just watercolor playtime, a chance for us to slow down, enjoy watercolors, let you explore what happens when you give watercolor a little room to do what it does best. So grab your paints, your water, a piece of paper, and let's just see where this little painting takes us today. I also want to thank Divinity Chan. She did a wonderful job where I didn't know which direction I was going the other day for some playful mindfulness is what she called it. And she led us through that. And you can check that video out. I will link it below for you. All right, let's get into it. All right, so for supplies, I have a 10 by 10 sheet of Arches paper, but it could be any size. Feel free to do any paper. It doesn't even matter the quality of the paper. This is all about just being playful. I am using 3 colors for this one and my dagger brush. You can use, again, any colors you want. And I would do 3 just for starters. And then if you want to add more to it, then you can go for it. And again, pick and choose whatever brush you want. It doesn't matter. This is all just up in the air. So I am going to mix up some paint just so I can have it ready. And I'm just enjoying mixing, adding the water to it, adding more color. We're going to be putting this down here on the paper. We're going to watch it move, and you can watch it move right here as well. And again, take deep breaths. You want to relax. You want to put on maybe some music that you like, maybe light a candle, have your coffee, tea, whatever you want for a drink, and just sit back, relax, and take some time for yourself. You can even sit back and do a little bit of meditation before you begin. Now, I am not one that knows about meditation. I probably could use it because I tend to squirrel a lot. I have that creative brain where it races sometimes. So slowing down for me is a good thing to do. So just some deep breaths before you begin, and we're just going to start with mixing the colors, and I think I'm going to draw a circle. Now you can do a light circle, you can paint one directly. I'm going to be using a bowl just so I have a nice round edge, and I'm going to do 3 of them in here. Remember, things don't have to be perfect. If you want to do a square, you can do a square. You can do a loose and perfect circle. You can do a circle directly with the pigments. But I'm going to drop in the colors just to see what's going to happen, just so I can relax and watch those colors move. So now that I have those sketched in, I'm just going to wet one of those circles, and I'm just going to watch what happens. Now, I'm not going to try to control everything. I'm just noticing what happens. I am going to watch maybe where the colors are going to meet, where the blooms form, where pigment's going to settle, and also maybe even where the paper stays white. And I don't even know what this is doing right here. They're just making some really cool little marks, and I'm just going for it. Using your brush, you're trying different movements with the brush. So this also helps you with learning about your brush and the different marks that it makes. I've overlapped some of these circles. I've got my circles touching. So I'm thinking these could become flowers, be really pretty flowers. Maybe bubbles. I don't know at this point. Circles. So I'm just watching, and I'm just letting them be whatever they're going to be at this point. Now, I do want to say, as I watched this back, I really liked that purple, and I really liked what that did. I did a lot more to this painting because I didn't stop, but you definitely have permission to stop. I'm like looking back at it, I might try this again and just keep it very, very simple. It was very clean looking, and it was, I'm doing a lot of minimal stuff lately, and I don't know if you saw this or not, but I actually cleaned out my kitchen. We now have 4 white cups, 4 white plates, for it's just 2 of us. So, we're downsizing now. We don't need as much things as we had before, as we're planning on making our move for retirement. And I love the minimalist look. I am trying not to buy stuff. We've been debt free for, oh my gosh. Oh, actually, it might be 2013. I have to look back at this, but we were debt free. We paid off our house. We had no credit card payments. We don't have any any car payments, house payments, or mortgages paid for. And that really gave us that freedom. And so I really started getting into the Marie Kondo thing and minimalism. But then when we owned the inn, everything changed again for me because we still kept it pretty simple, but we still had to buy a lot more stuff. So now I'm going back the other way. So this kind of reminds me of that minimalist type style where it was just beautiful as it was. So I might try it again, but I still had fun doing what I did. So you don't have to keep going, but if you feel like playing, you want to keep going. And I felt like playing again. So you have some options. You can do some fine lines. You can do splatter. You could even add salt to this if you want, if you feel like adding some metallics. If you want to make some textured marks, you don't have to stick with one brush with this either. This is all about playtime. So you're just going to go wherever your brush and your thoughts take you. And that's part of the fun. So I would love to know, when you started this painting, did you have an idea where it would go, or did you let the watercolor decide? I'd love to know in the comments, because I think this is one of the hardest things for artists to learn. It's that letting go and allowing the process to happen rather than you making it happen. So instead of me asking how I can make it perfect, I am going to ask myself, what's happening right now? What am I noticing on my painting about the colors? What direction is the water moving? What little surprises am I finding? And am I done? And at this point, I decided I was done with my mark making for my watercolor, and now I'm going to grab some black Sharpies and play. Now you can use anything. You could switch out brushes at this point. You could fill in the background. You could use watercolor pencils, ink pencils, markers. There is no right or wrong with this. But I love to doodle, so I'm going to do a little mark making and doing some doodling. So I'm just going to kind of connect the shapes together, add a few more details. And I still had to remind myself not to rush it, because there is no finish line with this one. I think sometimes the most enjoyable paintings for me happen when I'm not trying to get somewhere. I'm just enjoying the moment that I'm in. And I will say, when I'm doing my lives, I think that is where I'm the least rushed, because I am taking my time. People are asking questions. I'm jumping back in. I'm like watching things as I answer questions for people, or as I wait for people to catch up. So this is something I have to remind myself often as an artist when I'm just in my studio painting. I think it's really easy for us to focus on the final painting or the finished pieces rather than having it's okay to have something that's not perfect or something that's not good enough. So there's so much joy in this middle part, in that experimenting, the playing, and the wondering, like what's going to happen next. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you give yourself permission to have moments like this with your watercolors, because not every painting has to be something that you're going to frame or sell or give to someone. Sometimes a painting can just simply be a painting, a few minutes where you get to sit down, enjoy creating, and just slow down. So a little reminder for you today that art doesn't always have to be about the outcome. Sometimes it's just about being present with your colors, with your brush, and just having the simple joy of making something. So I would love to know, when you paint, do you find it easy to let go and play, or do you find yourself trying to control every little detail? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy this slower style of watercolor playtime, make sure you are subscribed, because I think I want to do more of this relaxing watercolor experiments and creative exercises. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.